Hey, John Morehouse here. Today I'd like to talk about an issue that could become somewhat sensitive, and that is open carry and what it brings to the table. I'm a definite supporter of the Second Amendment, and I'm a definite supporter of concealed carry. I've noticed lately there's a lot of talk about open carry, and I find it to be somewhat concerning as to what it might bring to the table for the Second Amendment and general citizens carrying guns. As a citizen just sitting in a restaurant and this off looking character walking into the restaurant with a gun on his or her hip would somewhat elevate concern on my part and my bride's sitting across from me in the restaurant. And I'm sure many other occupants of the restaurant would feel the same way. It also could suggest that they'll walk in with their gun open, size up the place, and then choose to pull it to hold up the place. So you got a lot of these things going on. I find that the open carry, you have people that go out and purchase guns, but really don't understand the importance and what comes along with it, defending that gun. If you're not the type of person that is capable of defending yourself, we're only going to have people walking up to others and just taking them from them. That's a fact. Now you have an illegal gun on the street to be used illegally. I've seen that people might think by having one on their hip that it discourages other people. It really doesn't, because the ones in the know could give a shit less. I can see being a retired cop and doing car stops and walking in a restaurant or a business or just general on the street, people walking around with guns on their hip elevates a lot of sensitivity in different types of cops. As we notice today, cops don't look like they used to, meaning physically fit, capable of handling themselves. You see a lot of people in uniform today that probably shouldn't be in uniform. But in any case, that's another subject. When you have a gun on your hip and something goes down, something happens, others will look upon you as, why aren't you doing anything? So it places that on you as well. You're not a police officer, but people don't look at it that way. They just say, why aren't you doing something? Now, if you were carrying concealed, no one would even know you had one. And therefore you shouldn't or have to take action. I carry a gun, always have. I've started carrying one in Vietnam, and God knows I needed it. Came home from Vietnam, became a police officer, and yada, 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 whatever. But even as being a cop, I've had somebody twice trying to take my gun. I worked in Coney Island, thousands of people down there on weekends, shoulder to shoulder. Somebody reached in amongst the crowd to grab my gun. Obviously, they didn't get it because my holster had a lock on it. But they could have. The problem is, do we really need open carry? Just because you're legally allowed to carry open, does it mean you should? The best way to go is definitely in your waistband, privately, nobody can see it. Use it when you need to, carry it for yourself, your family. These are some of the things to think about. Just because you can, should you? So think about these things again. Open carry is a bad idea. I see nothing coming of it but negative attention. Then we have all our, government people saying, see, I told you so. Guns, we got to get rid of them. Look at all the issues with them. And that's what will occur with open carry. More issues. Concealed carry. Think about it. You all have a good day. And leave a comment. Tell me to go screw myself. I'm sure some of you will. And maybe I'll get some intelligent comments from others. Take care.